If you are watching this video for the first time, make sure you are subscribing to Anantalakshmi Academy. Once you click on the subscribe button, you will see a bell icon. If you click on that bell and click on all, you will get to know whenever I upload a video. This will send you a notification. Hello everybody, welcome back to Anantalakshmi Academy. Today we are going to cover polynomials part 3, which is the concept of relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. So let me write the concept: relation between zeros and coefficients of polynomials. So this is what we are going to address today. So even before this, we have covered the introduction part to polynomials, exercise 3.1, and the corresponding concepts in exercise 3.2 in the earlier videos. If you are directly coming to this videos, please go through at least the conceptual part of the earlier videos so that you will have a better understanding when you are listening to this video. Alright, so even before this video we have already covered the linear polynomial. What is the zero of a linear polynomial? How do we figure that out? If for a linear polynomial, what we figured out is, if k is the zero of it, then we can get k is equal to minus b by a. This is what we have solved even before jumping into the exercise of exercise 3.2 in the earlier video. Today we are going to find a relation for the quadratic and cubic polynomial. What is a quadratic polynomial? The polynomial whose degree is 2 is a quadratic polynomial. What is a cubic polynomial? The polynomial whose degree is 3 is known as a cubic polynomial. So for those polynomials, we are going to find out a relation like sum of the zeros, product of the zeros. That is what we are going to figure out today. So let's do it for the quadratic polynomial first. All right. Already this relation we have extracted in the earlier classes. So I am going to do this for a quadratic polynomial. All right. What is a quadratic polynomial? Let ax square plus bx plus c be a quadratic polynomial. Is it a quadratic polynomial? Yes. Why? The degree of the polynomial is 2. So next I am going to assume is a quadratic polynomial. This is what we assumed. Next, what are zeros of a polynomial? We understood that in the earlier videos. Whatever the value, when you substitute into the polynomial, the result will be 0. That value is known as a zero of a polynomial. So when we are discussing about zeros of a polynomial, let me consider alpha comma beta are the zeros of a polynomial. Zeros of what? Ax square plus bx plus c, the quadratic polynomial. Why am I considering 2? Since this is a quadratic polynomial, it will have at most 2 zeros within it. Alright, so I am considering alpha and beta are the zeros of ax square plus bx plus c. So how do we write it in the form of zeros? Let me show you. Ax square plus bx plus c can be written as x minus alpha into x minus beta multiplied with the constant k. Why is k coming into the picture? Because we do not know what is when you multiply x with x, you just get x square, not ax square. So what I am trying to do is I am trying to multiply it with a constant. All right. So let me solve this for you. So this will be k into x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta, the multiplication part. If I am to take minus x common into this, this is going to be x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. All right. Now let me take k into the bracket. What happens? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to kx square minus k into alpha plus beta into x plus k into alpha beta. So now assuming that this equation is equaling this, now here we have x square, here we have x square, x and x, all c and alpha beta k is being the constant. So let us try figuring out. Figuring out means we are trying to equate the coefficients when ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial and alpha beta are the roots of it. The coefficients of this and this should be equal, isn't it? So a becomes a is equal to k, and now b becomes, what is the coefficient of x here? Minus k into alpha plus beta, isn't it? X is being multiplied with this term. All right. Next, c is, what is c? K into alpha beta. So from these two terms, can I figure out alpha plus beta and alpha beta? Yes. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by k. What is k? K is a constant, but k is also equal to a. What am I trying to get? The relation between zeros and coefficients of polynomial. So if I am to bring up a relation between these two, I do not want k here because I want the relation between zeros and coefficients. So instead of k, since k is equal to a, I am going to substitute minus b by, what is the value of k? A. Alright. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Now alpha beta is equal to c by k. Again we want the relation between zeros and coefficients. So instead of k, I am substituting a here, which becomes alpha beta is equal to c by a. Now what are alpha and beta? The zeros of the quadratic polynomial. What are b, a and c? The coefficients of the quadratic polynomial. That, as the heading says, relation between coefficients and zeros. Now that we got relation, what is alpha beta? Alpha beta are zeros. What is alpha plus beta? Sum of the zeros, isn't it? What is alpha plus beta? Sum of the zeros. So sum of zeros is equal to, from the quadratic polynomial which we have assumed, what is b? Minus of coefficient of x by, what is a? Coefficient of x square. Then what is alpha beta? That is nothing but product of the zeros is equal to, what is c? The constant, by, what is a? Again the coefficient of x square. Alright, so we got the relation between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial by assuming a quadratic polynomial ax square bx plus c and alpha beta being the zeros of it. We simplified the equation and then we equated the coefficients, which resulted in sum of the zeros and coefficients of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is minus b by a and product of the zeros is c by a, where a, b, c are the coefficients of x square, x and the constant. Alright, so this is about the quadratic polynomial relation between zeros and the coefficients. If you directly jump into the exercise, you will not understand this concept. This is the concept which needs to be understood even before writing a formula alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Now that we have seen this for a quadratic polynomial, let's try figuring out this for a cubic polynomial. Let's do this. We are going to repeat the same process for a cubic polynomial. Right? What is a cubic polynomial? Cubic polynomial is nothing but a polynomial of degree 3. So which will be in the form of x cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Alright, for this there should be 3 zeros. For a quadratic we have 2 zeros. For linear we had 1. So for this cubic we are going to have 3 zeros. Let alpha comma beta comma gamma be the zeros of ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So how could we write this? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Earlier, how did we solve it? We multiplied the constant here itself and then we solved it. So now we are trying to use a different approach. We are not going to multiply it with the constant. Instead, we will be multiplying with something else. Okay. So we need to watch it with what we are going to multiply this. All right. So this is going to be x minus alpha into, I'm going to multiply beta and gamma first. So x square minus beta x minus gamma x plus beta gamma, which is x minus alpha into x square minus beta plus gamma into x plus beta gamma. Alright, now I am going to multiply this quadratic equation with x minus alpha, which would be like x cube minus beta plus gamma into x square plus beta gamma into x minus alpha x square minus, I'm going to multiply this whole with minus alpha, so this will be minus plus alpha beta x, and then minus into minus is going to be plus alpha gamma into x minus alpha beta gamma. When you multiply minus alpha with plus beta gamma, it will be minus alpha beta gamma. So let me figure out x cube minus, we have alpha plus beta plus gamma here and minus alpha here. So by extracting this minus outside, it will become x square. Now that we are done with x square, let's figure out what are all the terms which have x. Beta gamma, alpha gamma. Alright, so let me do this as alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x. And then we have minus alpha beta gamma. What is this equal to? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So, but here we have ax cube and just x cube. So, in order to equate those, either we need to multiply with a constant or we can directly multiply with a. So, earlier we had multiplied with a constant. So, now I am trying to multiply with a. Multiplying with a. So what do we get? That will be ax cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into ax square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into ax minus alpha beta gamma, which is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d by equating the coefficients. Now what are we going to do? We are going to equate the coefficients. So which would result in a is equal to a. Now what is b here? B is equal to, let me write it from here. B is equal to minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into a, which is alpha plus beta plus gamma, the sum of the zeros, is equal to minus b by a. This is one thing. This is same as the earlier one. For the quadratic polynomial, sum of zeros which are only 2, alpha plus beta, is equal to minus b by a. That's what we figured out. Now next, what is c here? Alpha plus beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into a is equal to c. So alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a. Now When there are only two zeros, when you do the product, what was it? Alpha, beta. But when there are three zeros, alpha is multiplied with gamma, alpha is multiplied with beta, beta is also multiplied with gamma. So this is product of the zeros taken two at a time. All right. Next we have d. D is equal to, okay, d is equal to, when we multiplied the whole equation with x, we got minus alpha, beta, gamma into a. All right, this is a. So alpha, beta, gamma is equal to minus d by a. All right, so we arrived at a conclusion wherein the relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial for a cubic polynomial, wherein we assume the zeros to be 3, alpha, beta, gamma is minus b by a, product of the zeros multiplied 2 at a time is c by a, and product of 3 roots is minus d by a. So with this we finished the concept that we needed for the for solving the next exercise problem. So now that we are done with this conceptual part, I would strongly recommend you guys to go through the examples once you know the concept, because now that I told you how to extract zeros and how to figure out the relation between zeros and coefficients, you will get to understand, okay, this is the way the problem needs to be solved. That way the exercise problems will be more easy for you. So that is about this video for the concept of relation between zeros and coefficients of polynomial. In the next video, I'll be solving the problems of exercise 3.3. So if you like the content and feel that the content is worth enough and you are able to understand this, please do like, share and subscribe to Anantalakshmi Academy. Also publish these videos in your friend circle, like your 10th classmates or any relatives studying 10th class. All right. Thank you for watching.